Hey there, my name's Ghetts and this is Hit the Floor. I don't think it can really be, you know, it's more of a, I think it's more of an energy, a spirit, a feeling than what it is musically. I think the genre's so young, we've still got a lot to learn, you know, there's still people that are coming into the scene now incorporating what they do into grime music, you know, and I feel like every time people say like that's grime and that's not grime, to be honest with you, I feel like it's a feeling and a spirit. History shows me that you can't, but I would hope that we're making steps to change that, you know. If it's really a basic relationship between the fans and artists. Like grime fans have this like, oh, we only want you to do grime. But the support system shows that they've not supported the ones that have just done grime. So they go off to do other things to support their families and whatnot, and then they're the first to call them sellouts and whatnot. So I think it's a basic understanding between fan and artist that we need to come to. At the end of the day, as grime artists, we're the people that need the support the most, because unfortunately we're not getting played on the radio 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So we need all the little support that we can get, and if the fans don't give it to us, then the answer is no, we can't. My music's always kind of reflected my life, so if you listen to 2000 Life, you really get that young energy, that boisterous, ignorant, you know what I'm saying, and that's just reflecting how I was living at the time and the things I was around. And then if we go through to Ghetto Gospel was made after I've been on Kano's tour, we was on the Mike Skinner tour, and I've been a few places around the country, and music was really picking up for me, and I could see that I could make a living off it. So therefore the content's really reflecting of the changes that I've seen from 2000 Live to Ghetto Gospel. And then because Ghetto Gospel didn't receive the feedback that I wanted at the time, I kind of conformed to what the underground one. So I made Freedom of Speech because I know that they like the darkness of it, and I admit I conformed left to what the underground wants. So I made Freedom of Speech. Calm Before the Storm. I say Calm Before the Storm, my worst work. Even though it had bangers on there like Artillery, for me it's like, I guess like I'm so substance. It didn't really reflect what I was going through properly. Like when I look back at all 2000 Life, Ghetto Gospel, Freedom of Speech, I feel proud because it actually reflected what I was going through at that time, and I could put it in words. And Calm Before the Storm didn't really do that. That's why I even named it Calm Before the Storm, because I knew that next time I come back, I have to fix up the shop, so to speak. Even though people liked Calm Before the Storm, like I've got my own thing that I try and meet, my own expectations, not other people's. And then Momentum was to keep going, like that's why it's called Momentum. And now we're here today. But all these things just reflect my experiences. They're kind of like chapters out of my autobiography. If you was to put a book together on me, 2000 Life would be the first chapter, Ghetto Gospel the second, Freedom of Speech the third, and so on and so on. It's just reflections of my life. It took me kind of long. It took me long to make. It took me long to find a direction that was true to me, but also showed progress. It took ages to find that. Like I recorded over 150 songs for Rebel Records, and it's like I was recording and I wasn't happy. I'm saying, and then got to a point where I had so many songs, and I knew I had enough to be happy with to make an album. And I met Philip and Sketch, and they kind of saw my vision. I sat down with other people as well, like the different A&Rs, different label people. I didn't really think they got my vision and what I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? And I sat down with Philip and Sketch, and they got what I wanted to do, full creative control. So that seemed like the right move for me. And then I said that when I come back out, I want the videos to reflect the music. I want the artwork to reflect the music. I want everything I do to reflect the music. I don't want nothing to seem out of place. And so far, so good. I think there's a lot of Ghetts and J Clark. I think Ghetto comes into play 2 or 3 times, but there's a lot of Ghetts and a lot of J Clark, I'd say. So they all do take place in the album. I'll always be in control of my music. I can't let no one else control that. At the end of the day, I wanna build up my empire. So if the day does come when I sit down with a major label, I have a leg to stand on. You understand what I'm saying? I can do the music that I really want to do. Music to me is so personal. It's pain relief to me, rather than, of course I want to make loads of money from it and crack on. But at the end of the day, it's still pain relief for me. Like if I go through something, I go to the studio and tell the world. It's like conversating with a counsellor. Like the world's my counsellor. Like I go and make a tune and speak to the world. You really find out who's really listening to what's being said. It's weird for me. I like when people kind of come up to me and like I listened to that song at that time. I was going through certain things and like you helped me through that. That's like, that means more than a lot of things at times, you know, like to think that someone I've never met in my life was going through a similar situation and I made a song that helped them get through that. That's amazing to me, like, that's amazing. Thinking the intro, how do I look so young when I've been in the game for 10 years? And how do I sound like I'll be in my prime still? Like that's asking them the question, like. I know why it's like that, because it's the hunger to you know what I'm saying? And then I go on to say, if nobody don't want to rep Grime, then I will. I'm waving a flag for any one of us that came from the back door, no invite. For the peeping toms with no insight, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to define longevity. Don't tell me about charting. How many people have charted and still couldn't avoid being a lost memory? Like when you read into that, that's just me being saying like, you're so focused on charting, but guess what? You know how many people chart in 1 year, and then the next year we look back and we can't remember who charted. We only remember people that who affected the culture. Charting's part of the journey. Don't get me wrong, man. Charting's great and it's part of a journey, but don't let that be your main focus as an artist. You know what I'm saying? If I had to sum up the album in 3 words, I'd say truthful, I'd say emotional, and I would say deep. Hopefully, you know, just more people listening to my music. You know, I want to take it to the masses. I hope they enjoy the stuff that I'm putting out. I know that what I'm doing is very different from what the masses are used to. So I guess that I just want them to embrace it like they embrace what they're force-fed. You know?